And we're back. It's Opposites React. I'm Ashley.
I'm Whitney, and we are here with the live version of Enter Sandman.
Yes.
We just got done with watching their viral video from when they were younger,
Yes.
the video they recorded for their grandparents. And so I'm so excited to watch them do the same song now. Well, I mean, not now. But
this was supposed to be a double feature, and we got too excited about their original one and spent way too long gushing over it, and so we had to do like a double upload. So
yes. Brian on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Brian,
thank you again.
Okay.
And we are going to get into it.
Without further ado, yeah. Ooh, I love a dramatic string intro.
Right?
It's building up the tension. Looks exactly the same.
Take my hand. Take my hand. Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget, my son, to include everyone. Tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin till the Sandman comes. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Eggs in line, and tonight, take my hand. We're up to never, never let.
Okay.
Do you see the maturing
Okay.
of just her vocals from like that? I mean, obviously, yes, the maturing because they were little girls, but just her vocal performance was so much richer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I loved that.
Okay, I mean, but also the rearrangement of the song.
With the orchestra is amazing.
I mean, they didn't just add an orchestra, they totally rearranged the song into, I mean, it's so good. And did you also notice that the fretboard on the bass lights up? That's cool.
I did not know.
Oh my gosh. Listen, I can't even with this.
I think it was just like seeing back to back.
It's so cool.
It's so, because you could just see
The progression.
the huge progression and the confidence just musically.
Yes, because Donnie went from singing it like just very straight.
Yeah, she was singing very straight.
To like now it's
she
just such
is-
a rich complexity and like the dramatics that she's putting into
Yes.
it. Obviously Pow's performance is just like has grown so much. Obviously her brain was like still figuring out how to
she
do
was
everything
still
all at once.
connecting those
And
neural
now
pathways.
she can like, yes, exactly. And now she can perform on top of it. It's just like, I cannot even like, can you imagine? And they said their parents aren't even musical. Like, can you imagine your kids being like, hey, we want to start a band because they were playing Rock Band the video game.
Oh, that's fun.
They were playing Rock Band the video game and they said, we want to start a band. Can we get some music lessons? And you're like, okay, I guess. And then they just on their own
And then there's just this happens.
developed into this. And you're like,
Wait, this was not on the life plan that we had laid out.
but
But okay, we're pivoting.
all right.
No, it's so great.
I can't even.
Oh, the growth.
Oh gosh, I love this.
Never, never let.
Oh, did you hear that background vocal?
Yes.
Oh, like so cool.
But the thing that I'm loving about this arrangement is they're still giving great nods
Yes,
to the
you
original,
can hear the original, but they've
not original.
Like they
It's
took
not the same.
a really great, I don't know, like I'm trying to think of a good analogy, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but like made it better.
That's not even a good
No,
analogy.
because
for
like
this.
the original song was so good.
This
right?
is a totally different song,
But-
with notes of the original that is
No,
just like
no, like-
it's the song.
No,
but
I'm
it's
trying to
not
think
the
of like
song.
I'm trying to think of like a good analogy of like something that's really good in the first place. Something that's awesome in the first place. Something that you thought
Better than sex cake. Chocolate cake is amazing.
I've never had better than sex cake.
Better than anything cake. It's the same thing.
I've never had any of those.
Oh,
So
well,
I'm
you
just
should
trying
do
to
that
imagine.
immediately.
I'm just trying to say like, oh, it's like you have a great chocolate cake, like Portillo's chocolate cake, and then you take
put it in a
and
shake!
put it in a milkshake. Yes, it's chocolate cake. It's still in there,
That
and
is
it's delicious.
it.
But
That
it's
is
even
it.
better when you put it in the
Sister,
milkshake.
you have come up with the best metaphor for this.
If you haven't had a Portillo's cake shake, you're missing out on life.
Do it immediately.
Okay, but that's what it is.
This is
the
it.
cake of Enter Sandman was delicious and perfection all on its own.
Yes.
And now we have the cake shake.
Yes.
It is delicious. It is delectable. It is something where you're like, I also like cake, but man, this cake shake is just, it's the
didn't
whole
know
next
that
level.
it could
I
get
didn't
better.
know it could get better.
And it did.
It did.
It did.
And I still know that there's that beautiful, delicious chocolate cake in there. Mm-hmm. But now it's creamy and cold and wonderful. Oh, seriously, that choral line in there. Oh,
The background.
To never, never let. To never, never let. To never, never let. Something's wrong, shut the lights. Heavy thoughts tonight, and they honest know why. Chase the wolf, chase the lies, chase the dragon's fire, and the things I will buy. Sleep with one eye open.
love the harmonies.
Gripping your pillow tight into light, into night. Take my hand, we're up to never, never end. Now I lay me down to sleep. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, pray the Lord my soul to take. Hush, little baby, don't say a word, and never mind that noise you heard. It's just the beast under your bed, in your closet, in your head. Hush, little baby, don't say a word, and never mind that noise you heard. It's just the beast under your.
Ale is teasing us.
Right?
She is teasing us because I can see her mouth moving, but I can't hear a damn thing. Can you hear it?
No, I
Because when
did
it was
hear-
just those two singing, I could only hear Donnie. But then I heard Pal come in. Still nothing from you. You're teasing me.
I wonder if that's like a thing. If it's like we're going to.
I'm guessing that she's singing a low note down here.
Uh-huh.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. And they're doing a 3-part harmony, but she is like whispering that shit. You?
But I really want to hear.
Everybody
her.
else does too. Everybody else in the
Everybody else
comments.
is dying.
We are not alone. We are not alone. Everybody, when you were like, I'd like to hear more from her. Does she sing a solo? And everybody's like, no, you'll get lucky if you hear her. And like now I'm like, I feel like she's doing it on purpose.
I wonder if they just.
I wonder if it's a running joke.
Yeah, that her microphone's like off.
It's just not even on. she just goes up and pretends she's singing, and everybody's like, ooh, what is that? Right?
It's not me, guys.
Oh my gosh. Hold on, pause. If you saw a weird jump cut, I got a notification that the battery was gonna run out, and how could we let the battery run out in the middle of such a wonderful thing? Oh, I'm out of breath. Okay. All right. Anyway.
Ready?
Yes, sorry I had to cut right in the middle of, the big climax of the song.
But at the same time, we're like, wait, I can't hear her.
Her mic's it looks like there's real effort going into those notes that we can't hear.
Maybe that's the key.
Maybe that's the running joke. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna mess with them.
Yes. They're all dying to hear me sing.
They're all dying to hear me sing, and I'm gonna pretend like I'm singing, and they're never gonna get it from me. Nope. Because that sounds like exactly something that somebody would do who just gives 0 Fs.
Oh my gosh,
that sounds like exactly youngest sibling behavior.
Such youngest sibling energy.
Right? I'm gonna give you exactly the opposite of what you want. I'm gonna mess with you.
Just to prove that I can.
Just because I can. Tell me what you want and you're gonna get the exact opposite.
The trauma's coming back.
Right?
All right.
Sorry.
Press play.
Nope, we heard it.
That second, yeah.
Because now she's coming up on the octave. Hush, little baby.
Yeah.
So hold on, I can pick her out now. Hold on. Okay.
It's just the beast under your bed, in your closet, in your head. Hush, little baby.
No.
I told you, like, she comes in.
Never mind that noise you heard. It's just
Because I can only hear 2 right now. And now she went up the octave.
They just went right into like the classic.
Yes. And I liked how the strings with that.
Did you catch at the there was one part where it was like the almost like psycho. Like it just built all this tension coming up.
The one thing
love like when an orchestra's involved.
Yes. Listen, when you add strings to anything, it's like, oh, we've just upped the ante. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the one thing that was not sheer perfection in my mind was on the final chorus. I think it was Donnie was singing the higher harmony, and maybe if we could hear Ale, it would have.
You felt like you needed another harmony, another
because
part.
There was the higher harmony was very in a minor key and so dissonant to the melody line.
Yes, I got that too.
That it almost didn't fit exactly. Like which I get. I love a dissonance. And I get the purpose of it.
It almost sounded like a key change, a little
right,
bit,
like
right? But it wasn't.
Right, and so it sounded a teensy bit off where if you could hear that third harmony, which I'm not sure if she was singing or she wasn't, but if you could hear a third harmony in there, I feel like that would have tied everything together.
I don't think she was singing at that point, if I'm remembering correctly, but I can see exactly what you're saying.
Right, there was just a part in there where I was like, I'm not sure about this, and that's their artistic choice.
Yes.
It wasn't, that was, this whole thing was sheer, it was the cake shake to a chocolate shake.
It was the cake shake to a chocolate cake.
That was yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Cake shake to a chocolate cake. That was the one part of it where I was like, huh?
Well, I feel like,
but it doesn't,
like you said, like you're just missing, I wanted another part.
I wanted
one more part
either
add and round it out.
Either change one or two of the notes in that harmony to fit it better if there was only a 2-part harmony, or turn up Ollie's microphone if there was a third part.
Yeah. Give us Ollie.
So that's the only thing I have to say about that. But other than that, like it's just so delicious.
I thought
and to see the progression
was
so cool.
Back to back was the best way to watch
That was the coolest thing. Yes, thank you, Brian, for giving us that experience, because oh my gosh, that was the coolest thing to see, especially as mothers.
Awesome. Yes,
like it was so cool to see. Like I almost get a little choked up about it.
Yes,
where it's like you see like these little kids and they practice and like they work so hard, and then they like. You know, you see what the potential is for people who work hard to become. Right. I'm such a weirdo that I like cry over stuff like that because it's so cool to see, like, if you know you put effort into something and you work at something, like you just like you can see the fruits of their labor, and it's so cool for them.
Well, and I also think it's really cool that they're doing it together.
Yes,
as a family. Now I know there's like, you know, abuse and family, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's the whole Jackson situation, but still,
yes, but
like,
I do love that it's like that's something that they do together, and I hope that it's like I
highly doubt it's any part of their story, especially hearing their story where it's like they were the ones driving it.
Yes, and
you know
so
their parents were just kind of like, okay,
yeah, and I
you want to do it? Sure, we'll supply.
Seeing what you need, like where it is now.
Yes, it's so cool.
I think that's so awesome.
It's so cool,
and I just I'm so excited to keep watching them.
Yes, and it's so cool too to see like kids who have like drive for something on their own, where it's like, this is something that I like, and I'm approaching my parents about it, and I'm taking initiative to do it, and we're putting in practice hours, and we're doing all this stuff. I'm sure at some point in their journey they were like, I'm probably screaming because I have these headphones on.
Probably.
I'm used to wearing AirPods where I can still hear. And I forgot them at my house today. So I'm like screaming with these headphones. But I'm sure that at some point in their journey, they were like, I'm tired of practicing. I'm sure one of them at any given point in time were like, I'm tired of this. I need a break. I want to be normal. You know what I mean? And they all had to kind of rope each other back in, or the parents had to be like, no, you need to keep practicing, or you're not gonna let your sisters down when they practice so hard. You know what I mean? I'm sure at one point or another, any one of them had to be roped back in. I don't want to go play a show. I want to go to prom. I want to go to prom. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's so cool to see like having your own initiative and working towards something and a common goal and seeing the fruits of the labor. So often you hear about the dream doesn't work out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So often you hear about, don't go into music. It's never going to work.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it's just so cool to see that, they had this dream as little girls, and they worked and they put in the effort, and it worked for them.
Worked. Yes.
You know, like that's just really cool to see. Yeah. So thank you, Brian, for letting us see that progression and have that really cool experience.
I loved this arrangement. It was so good.
We could gush and go on and on and on.
Like and subscribe, guys.
Yes. All right.
See you next time.
Bye.